anticipation, the way the crowd just sound. And I ain't talking home court when I'm stomping ground. The stomach hurt, oh Lord, my Lancer. I'm gassed up in that lay down to Atlanta.
Top and all they haters wanna see a nigga fall, but I'm not, cause I'm a champion. Tell them I'm a champion. Hold on, and you don't wanna cry. Ain't no way that I'll stop. They put me in the game for a quarter straight shots, and I'm a champion. Tell them I'm a champion. Hold on.
We are here on Hope for Tomorrow Radio. This is Ricardo Stevenson, live here on reggae2reggae.com, radio like you've never seen it, TV like you've never heard it. And we are very thankful and glad to be here with you tonight on Hope for Tomorrow Radio. You know that this program is to empower deported migrants and to give them a hope for tomorrow and a second chance at life and to find their way through their struggles. Tonight in our program, we'll be talking about staying positive no matter what during your trials and tribulations, and how to keep focused. And we want to talk a little bit about mindset training, what Minister Lovejoy so eloquently always speaks about, getting your mind right to take on the task, and how do you keep your mind focused. But today's program, as our Minister Lovejoy always tells us to do, is to keep it positive, keep it loving, and to keep performing. So to our listeners out there, I want to just say thank you for tuning in. To our viewers that are watching on live stream, Reggae to Reggae, you can go to our live stream on reggae2reggae.com, select live stream and join our conversation. Remember that this is a program to empower deported migrants, and we need some help at times to be able to have to get in some donations. So we would like for you also to please, if you can, don't be afraid to help us out. To send in anything that you can, any donations, anything that you can find that you want to donate to deported migrants. And it would be Hope for Tomorrow, care of Wendy Lovejoy, 6555 Sugarloaf Parkway, Suite 307, Duluth, Georgia, 30097. Also, if you have any questions, you can call us at 1-305-454-6484. And remember that we also, Minister Lovejoy does mindset training. She also is a real estate agent as well, a financial planner. She's a business coach. She has many different hats that she uses to help with prospective business owners that can help influence your business and also enhance it. And you can log on to her website at www.moneyanswersallnow.com. You can Facebook her also at Wendy Lovejoy Coaching, and YouTube her on Wendy Lovejoy TV. And tonight's program, we're so glad to be here tonight. We're going to keep it positive, and we're going to say how to stay positive, and also on keeping your mind on the right track. Staying focused. You got to stay focused. You can't do two things at once. And I think a lot of times we as people, we tend to kind of lose focus. We tend to kind of go overboard in things. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. So being in this position as a deported migrant is going to take patience. It's going to take your focus. It's going to take hard work and determination. It's going to take you to be willing to have to literally get up and make a move. It might take you to start walking out of your area, taking a bus or a taxi to Halfway Tree, New Kingston, or somewhere out of port where you can start seeking not only jobs, positive influences, but just a change of scenery and an environment helps a lot also. And for our listeners out there as deported migrants that may be going through some tedious times and you do not know what to do. All right, I have an idea of, I want to start a car wash, Rick. What am I going to do? How do I even get to square one? You know, I don't even, how I'm going to get the water pump to even spray a car. I know guys that are starting from a hose and a bucket that have moved their way up to that position. If you're determined, you can get there. If you stay focused, you can achieve it. And if you stay positive and don't allow the negative and submit to the negative, you will always have groundbreaking achievements, accomplishments, and everything will come to fruition that you need just by you yourself. It's all about the power of the mind today, folks. The power of your mind can change your circumstance. Not just thinking, okay, well, how am I going to get to point B? You got to leave point A. See, a lot of us expect success to come to us when we're sitting at home, watching TV, sitting on the couch. Success doesn't come to you. You have to go after it. And in the pursuit of it, it's going to take all your focus and power, all your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you can gain. And you're going to have to put your best foot forward and overcome. To begin tonight, I want to, for our listeners out there, I want to ask you what keeps you positive. What keeps you positive? To all our listeners and deported migrants out there. What keeps you positive at a time when you may not have any money, no gas in the car, no foods in the house, bills are piling up? What keeps you positive? What keeps you positive when if maybe you don't have your own place, or you're staying with a friend, or as they call it, you're catching somewhere, and you're in turmoil? You still have debt, you still have issues, you still have money problems. What keeps you positive? For me, it's looking at circumstances and thinking, my God, this could have been worse. Excuse me, listeners. This could have been worse. This could have been my dead end. This could have been my demise. This could have been my failure. This could have been my shortcoming. But instead now, I'm on a platform to where I can achieve. I'm on a platform to where I can excel. I'm on a platform to where I can accomplish and climb the ladder of success. So what kept me positive was looking at the fact that this could have been worse. And I think a lot of us have to take into account that we're very fortunate. We're more fortunate and blessed than we really are. We're more fortunate and blessed than we really, really know. And I think at the end of the day, to God be the glory for great things He has done. We're all fortunate to be here now. And, you know, I want to say to our listeners, especially to our deported migrants, stay positive. Stay positive. Never look at the negative and feel like this is the end of it. Stay positive. Your mind is one of the biggest tools you have that is a weapon that can be used for your benefit. Because as the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. If you're thinking that you can't, you won't. If you're thinking that all I need is a start, then get going. If you're thinking that I can do it, you will. I was in a position where I wasn't afforded the luxuries of trying to have a better life, so to speak, or living on a level of comfort. I had to hustle, I had to scrap, I had to scrape. It wasn't easy. I could have gave up, I could have turned my back. What kept me focused was the fact that I believed that me, myself, I would be successful one day, and that I wouldn't have to worry that it wouldn't be in my favor. We have our trials, we have our tribulations, we have our struggles. One thing we always do keep in mind, nobody can take away what's inside of you. And remember, all of us are gifted in a certain way and have a particular skill set that is beneficial to the whole world. And for our listeners out there, stay positive. Never quit on yourself, and never quit on others either. Think about that. No matter how critical, terrible, or figuratively speaking, corrupted your position you may feel it may be, there's somebody that's worse off and that would love to be in your shoes right now this moment. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to get into our topic today. Stay positive and keep a focused mindset, and watch the changes. Hope for Tomorrow Radio here on reggae2reggae.com. We'll be right back.
It's fourth quarter, 1 second, all you hear is swish. My motivation is to keep all the haters pissed. It's the anticipation, the way the crowd just sound. And I ain't talking home court when I'm stomping ground. This stomach hurt, oh Lord, my answer. I'm gassed up in that.
Keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
The Rosebud I represent for reggae2reggae.com. Boom shakalaka boom boom boom. Sing, check out. I'm out. Trenchtown, you keep on rocking. Bang ba ding be dong bang bang be ding. Trenchtown, you keep on rocking. Yeah, the uprising. Reggae to reggae, reggae to reggae, taking over the world.
Hello everybody, this is Wendy Lovejoy, www.moneyanswersallnow.com. I am sharing today adding new people to your team. This past week, I was going over with a few of my coaching students how to reschedule, how to plan your schedule, how to work on your schedule so that it complements the goals that you're after. One of the things that we want to focus on also this month is who do you need to add to your business so you can move to the next level. Well, I recently decided that there was an area of my real estate that I wanted to change something. So I started looking around to see who did I need to add into my community. Most people only look for the people they need to sell to, the people that they want to coach, or the people that they want to make money from. One of the things you want to look at, and I do this periodically, is I look at the people that I need to add to my team to elevate me to the next level. So one of the people I realized I needed, I decided to seek him out, set an appointment to meet with him, and we enjoyed a really great meeting. People are not as hard as you think they are if you continue to keep building your business. So I encourage you, no matter what business you have, think about who do you need to add right now? Who do you know right now that is doing more than you're doing, or who is doing what you want to do? They're already doing it, and you have access to them some way. Maybe it's on Facebook, it could be on LinkedIn, any type of social media, YouTube, or a meetup, maybe even somebody who knows somebody that you know and can make the introduction. But you will never get to the next level if you only work with the same people. I encourage you, one more time, just think about the person that you need to add to your community. Somebody you know that needs to know you. I recently did this, maybe about 2 years ago. I decided I wanted to find one of the best business coaches out there. So I looked on social media, found the person, and I connected with her on social media. And now she knows me and I know her. And that's the same thing I did with my real estate business. I encourage you, look at your business. Add that person this week. No matter how little it is, open up the lines of communication. So with that being said, I hope this video has helped you, and I encourage you to visit my YouTube channel, connect with me on Wendy Lovejoy Coaching, become my friend, or like my page. Talk to you soon.
Hope for Tomorrow Radio here on reggae2reggae.com. Radio like you've never seen it, TV like you've never heard it. And we're thankful for our listeners being on tonight and our viewers. And again, if you want to join our conversation, just go to reggae2reggae.com, select live stream, and join our conversation. We'd love to have you. I'd love to hear from you. I'm staring at the chat room right now. Any questions that come in, I'd love to answer them. If you want to even call, again, our phone numbers is 1-305-454-6484. And you can reach me here locally at 845-9518. And we're very thankful that we have all our listeners and viewers out here tonight. Again, tonight's topic is discussing how to stay positive during a crisis and how to keep your mind focused during that process. When I got deported, I was basically living day to day. You're almost with your back against the wall. You've been stigmatized. You don't know what to do, where to turn to. You need $1 in your pocket. And I think that overall, that experience of kind of just basically going to square one and zero made me better to where I am today. That when I get frustrated going through any trials and tribulations, I think back in that, hey, if I went through that and I'm here, I'm going to get through this now. You see, the challenge of what you're facing, listeners, is that the situation you're in now is not going to be like this forever. It's temporary. A lot of what we see, a lot of what we face, a lot of what we go through is a test in our lives to make us better and to make us stronger. We, as ourselves, are the only guarantee we have to ourselves. Nothing is promised to us, nothing is given. At the end of the day, we're going to have to make the best out of our situations for ourselves. Not somebody else is going to come into the picture and make it better for us. So when you're facing your tribulation, keep in mind that you're also the solution. The solution isn't outside somewhere lurking. The solution is within you. Once you come to the realization that you are the solution, you're not the problem, you're not the question, you're the solution. What you have to do is just line up yourself to do what you have to do now. You have to get your mind right and focus on your goal, your task. Go out there and do it. You have to look at the obstacles that you're facing, take them head on, conquer them and accomplish it and do it. You cannot set yourself back with, I cannot anymore. I cannot should not be a part of your vocabulary. Right now you're in a position where you have to, by any means, make ends meet. And some of us are parents, and it's difficult trying to be a parent and at the same time trying to manage a household without an income. And when you're in this position, this is not America, this is Jamaica. It's rough, things are difficult. It's not as fast flowing. It's not like you're gonna have money come into your hand all the time. You're gonna have to learn to economize and be able to live within certain means. And I think a lot of us really have to keep in mind that right now is a time for you to strategically put yourself together to take the steps moving forward that's going to make you a better individual in the long run. And if it goes by the wayside of some failed plan didn't work out for you, that's all right. It's not the end of the world. The fact that you are alive, you're thriving, you're trying, it may not look to you as if you're prospering. Heck, it might even seem that things are getting worse. But what it is, you're in transition. And you don't ever be afraid to feel like, oh, you're gonna fail or fall short. You see, you don't actually fail. It's something didn't work. You never fail until you actually stop. When you quit, that's when you fail. You never fail because you tried. No, that's not failing. Just that didn't work. So at the end of the day, find something that works. The ultimate failure is quitting. The ultimate losing is not trying. So when you dig into yourself and into your mind and divulge, man, I'm in this position, how am I going to get out of it? You're going to get out of it by you. You're the solution. Everything you're looking for, every answer that you want is staring at you in the mirror. It's you. It's thinking about the proper steps to take now is what's going to get you to your goal. You have to stay positive and stay focused during that period, and not to get strayed or pushed aside or cast aside by outside influences. That's not going to profit you. What's going to profit you is you being focused on your goal. And I think at the end of the day, what goes on is that a lot of us, for some reason, we may have fell short sometimes, and it's like, as they say, once bitten, twice shy. It's like you don't want to go back down that road anymore. Well, I'm here to tell you, you have to. You have to go down that road because you have to be better. You have to do better. You have to try to achieve. It's not going to be given to you. And I think that once we get comfortable in that mindset that, okay, I'm the solution. I'm going to help make it better. I'm going to be the one to make the steps going forward. That's going to make not only me be a better person, but it's going to change my circumstances around me, my environment, my conditions, my quality of living. You do that. There's nobody that's going to come along and help you do that. You, and through the grace of God, you're going to put yourself in a position that's going to make it better for you. And once you have faith, hey, faith can move mountains. So at the end of the day, you got to stay focused. It's the way that we're thinking and our failure to believe that we can accomplish is why sometimes we stay stagnant in the situation we're in. Again, it's our failure to believe and our consistency to stay in the situation that we're in is what keeps us from moving forward. So if we fail to believe that we can move forward, we're not going to get anywhere. We're not moving forward if we're going to keep telling ourselves we can't do it, or I'm not going to take that chance, or I'm not going to get up and go look a job, they're not going to hire me. No. There is something out there for everybody. God didn't make the world for us to live it shortly, or for us to not to live fruitfully, or to live where we can benefit from everything around us and what we have and what we know of what life is about. So it doesn't stop when you are supposedly at a crossroads because you're in a tough time in your life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the situation is pressing. I know it's dire. I know it's stressful. But you telling yourself that you're not going to get through it is not going to help you. So for our deported migrants listening out there, I want you to know that you got somebody in your corner that we're pulling for you guys. We want to see you guys make a change. We want to see you guys turn your lives around. And the only way you're going to do that is by looking in the mirror and saying, I'm the solution, not the problem. I'm the solution. And until we start looking at ourselves as that, as a solution, and instead of a problem, or that I'm so stigmatized I can't, that's when that revolving door is going to open and you're going to see your chance to get out of the little spot you're in and spring into action. There's a lot of kids that I think look at, okay, my parents been deported and, you know, I'm not going to get this guidance and counseling, and decide to go down the wrong way. And that parent might be here in Jamaica thinking, well, my kid's going off the deep end and I'm stuck down here. How about starting with a phone call and getting them back on track will get you back on track. Because see, sometimes it's the fact that we forget that we still have responsibilities and priorities. And whether you have kids or not, even as a single man, your priority is to make sure you are the best person you are and the best influence from that citizen that you can put into society. You want that person to be out there. We're going to take a quick short break. We'll be right back with more Hope for Tomorrow radio here on reggae2reggae.com. When we return, we'll continue our conversation with the Mindset Train.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com, and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Saw a bird flew down this morning as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody.
Yeah, this is Andy Livingston, the Living Roots, and right now you're tuned to Reggae to Reggae TV. Alright, now you don't know. Reggae to Reggae for the best in live reggae music, you know what I mean? Bless up. One love.
Reggae to reggae, reggae to reggae, taking over the world. Yeah. My name is Ruel.
Hey, and I'm Joya.
And this is the man Jaden.
And
we are British Dependency out of Anguilla. And you're listening to Reggae to Reggae TV and radio.
Yes!
Saw a bird flew down this morning as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody.
Okay, so my name is Melissa Merrick. I met Wendy Lovejoy several months ago at the Georgia RIA Conference Center. My husband and I have used Wendy's program for the yellow letters. It has helped our business really grow, which is Home Smart Directs. We have been able to increase our clientele base as well as connections throughout the real estate business. Anyone else that's looking to really enhance their business, to go ahead and try the Yellow Letter program by Wendy Lovejoy. Thank you.
Straight shots and I'm a champion. Tell them I'm a champion. Tell them I'm a champion.
It's fourth quarter, 1 second, all you hear is swish. My motivation is to keep all the haters pissed. It's the anticipation, the way the crowd just sound. And I ain't talking home court when I'm stomping ground. This stomach hurt, oh Lord, my Lancer. I'm gassed up in that lay down to Atlanta.
Top and all they haters wanna see a nigga.
Hope for Tomorrow radio here on reggae2reggae.com. Radio like you've never seen it, TV like you've never heard it. This is Hope for Tomorrow radio. This program is to empower deported migrants, so please remember that we are not in this alone. We are really trying to gain some help to help those brothers out there that are really struggling. I want to drop some quick stats on you real quick on where you can go and what you can do if you're out of a place or a home. And first of all, if you don't have anywhere to stay and you're looking for somewhere, you can go to Open Arms Drop-In Center, 16.5 Windward Road, Kingston 2. Their phone number is 938-1757. It's a drop-in day center for homeless men and women, and they provide provisions of food, some skills training as well, and just a day-to-day residential facility where you can come and receive a little shelter and rest your tired feet if you need to be. Also, for the donations, Hope for Tomorrow Radio, care of Wendy Lovejoy, 6555 Sugarloaf Parkway, Suite 307, Duluth, Georgia, 30097. Again, that's Hope for Tomorrow Radio, care of Wendy Lovejoy, 6555 Sugarloaf Parkway, Suite 307, Duluth, Georgia, 30097. And also, if you have any questions, you can call us at 1-305-454-6484. My phone number is also 9518. And you can come onto our website, www.moneyanswersallnow.com. You can Facebook Wendy Lovejoy at Wendy Lovejoy Coaching, and her YouTube is Wendy Lovejoy TV. And Minister Lovejoy's website again is www.moneyanswersallnow.com. Back to our conversation on staying positive no matter the obstacles is very key to any success in life. If Bill Gates would have stopped when his software got stolen, he wouldn't have been the richest man in the world right now. If frontier pioneers, when they were crossing the West, stopped because of obstacles and weather conditions, you wouldn't have civilizations in North America now. If when great warriors in the times of Africa were seeking food, had given up on their journeys crossing treacherous terrain, they would have starved. It doesn't matter the situation, it matters the will of the individual. If you don't have the will, you cannot overcome. If you don't have the drive, you cannot reach the end. If you don't have the desire to do it, you will not accomplish it. The goal cannot be attained. As long as you have the drive, the desire, and the willpower, you can reach there, and you will reach there. If Harriet Tubman had stopped on the Underground Railroad to take a detour to go somewhere else because she couldn't be bothered with moving the slaves, there would have been no Underground Railroad, and a lot of slaves wouldn't have been free. If you're going to get up every day and tell yourself that this mission that you're on is impossible, you won't be successful. Excuse me. What you have to start telling yourself is that right now, I am the solution. I'm going to fix all my problems. I'm going to set myself up, and I'm going to make it there. We all have different skill sets. So regardless of your skill set, you could be a mason, you could be a carpenter, you could be a plumber, an electrician, in the corporate field, blue collar, a delivery driver, whatever it is. No matter what position you are in now, if you want to go forward, get to your higher place, reach where you want to reach, take a look in the mirror and tell yourself right now that you're the solution. If you don't do that, then where is your drive coming from? If you don't believe in yourself, then where's your hope coming from? You see, anything that you're believing on more than yourself or is outside of you, that's not a guarantee. That's not a promise. Anything that you're going to believe in has to come from within you. Anything outside of you, you should leave that up to God. Because it's up to you and your faith that you have in you that's going to drive you to the top. It doesn't matter what your neighbor thinks or what your friends think, what your boss thinks, what your girlfriend or wife thinks. It doesn't matter what your peer group thinks or says. If you don't believe that you can accomplish it and are willing to take the steps to go actually do it, it cannot be done. Then you cannot sit down and be negative and say, well, oh, it didn't happen because, Tom Brown stopped me from doing it. No, it didn't happen because you didn't want it to happen. Anything that you want bad enough, you can get it. I mean, I've never seen, there's never been a man on earth that's wanted something bad enough and was going out there to go for it and didn't get it. If it even cost him more than what he intended to begin with. Everything that you want is attainable. You just have to be willing to take the steps to get there. And there are some things that takes time. And if you're going to do it with the basis of what time is and how much time it's going to take for you to accomplish things, then be fair to time and let time have its way and be patient. But the main key, I want you guys to keep this in mind, the main key that will determine your success is your faith in yourself. The main key that's going to determine your success is your faith in yourself. You have faith in yourself, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. You don't have any faith, then what do you plan on doing? I mean, what artist would look at a canvas and say, what am I going to paint? And I don't know, I don't think I can paint that. You're never going to create any good work. What engineer or architect can design his blueprints or paperwork together and look at the building and say, this can't be built? Look in the mirror and say, you are the solution. That's going to be how you overcome your obstacles, with you being the solution. A lot of times I think we as individuals tend to get negative because we feel like we can't. I'm here to tell you that you can. The longest journey, as they say, is reached by taking one step. You got to make a start. To overcome this position that you're in is going to take an all-out determination. It's going to take an all-out mindset that you can. It's going to take every willpower of your being to step up to the plate now and do it. And not only that, think about this. You overcoming in that situation, in the position that you're in, don't you know the positive influence that makes on others? That somebody that's in a worse position can actually see that you came from where they are to where you are now. That's an accomplishment. That's an achievement. That's what inspires others. That's what changes minds, changes lives. Excuse me. That's what makes it worthwhile when you went through everything, that your life becomes a living testimony now, that you can be that force, that drive, that figure of change. See, a lot of times when we abort our missions in life, we don't know the particular position that we were in, and the influence and that light that we're going to be shown in by finishing our goal and our task. It's actually a part of your crowning achievement as a person. But how, if your defining moment you never reach, it's because you quit. Never give up. Stand in there, even when it seems worse than what it is. Look in the mirror and say, I am the solution. Today, this program is about staying positive. And if you're not going to tell yourself that you are the solution, then what are you questioning yourself about? What answer are you looking for? Everything that you want, that you believe that you can achieve, starts from the person staring back at you in that mirror. Until you get him right, everything else around you won't seem to be right to you, because it won't be, because you yourself aren't. Once you start getting your situation sorted out, you don't know the world of change that you can have. You don't know the world of change that you can make. You don't know the world of influence that you may have. And I think for a lot of deported migrants, we need to realize that our world doesn't stop once we come off that plane. Our world isn't over because I got arrested, now I'm in Jamaica, how am I going to make it? No. As long as there's life, there's hope. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're going to endure. There's a reason why you're going to accomplish and conquer. And then your life is going to be a testimony for others to follow. You are going to be that shining example of what it takes to overcome this situation. And that's what Hope for Tomorrow is all about. It's all about empowering deported migrants to build, to achieve, to learn, to educate, to develop a skill set that is prevalent to society, that you can go get a work in, that you yourself can move forward, can be a leader, can be that positive source of light that others can see from afar off and say, man, I got deported. I remember, Ricardo Stevenson was telling me on the radio that, he was in this position here, and now he's doing radio. So it's possible. There's more than one way to go about things. And when one door is closed, many more is open. As the word says, knock and it shall be open, seek and you shall find, ask and it shall be given. We're going to take a quick break. Hope for Tomorrow here on reggae2reggae.com. When we come back, we'll continue more in our conversation. Staying positive and mindset train.
Isn't this amazing? You get to have your friends and people that you build relationships with come out and share good, positive information. And you've heard a lot of good stuff here. And I'm hoping to pull it all together with the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign. That's what we started this series about real estate and social media. And you guys lucked out. You've got some of the best in Atlanta, Georgia, out here sharing some stuff with you. I want to go back to last week, the training that we did. I shared a little bit about my story and what got me involved in real estate, and how I connected into getting this done. A few years ago when I got started in real estate because I was at the time broke and I needed some cash, and somebody told me get into real estate, and I did. Got a real estate license in the New York area, passed the class first time, which a lot of people tell me they took the class 3-4 times, but I passed the first time. And I interviewed a lot of different brokers and found the top broker in the Queens area and decided to work for him. So within a year, I had my own office and went from there. Got really involved with real estate investing in the New York area, Atlanta, Florida, and some other areas. And one of the things that I found that really helped me was the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign, being able to write a letter to a group of people and ask them, are they looking to sell their house, or just ask them if they're open to letting you buy their house for cash. Now, I've gotten a few people that have signed up for the mentoring program that starts at the end of the month. And some of them, the first question they asked is, can I do this if I have bad credit, or do I need good credit to be able to do real estate investing? And again, the Yellow Letter Mentoring Program, we teach you how to do this no matter what your credit looks like. But I always encourage people that as you're making money from this program, you want to start working on clearing up your debt, clearing up and getting higher credit scores, because you know, it's costing you in other areas of your life if your scores are not in the 700s. So again, you can do this program whether you have good or bad credit, and we will help you in fixing and upgrading your credit scores along the process. Another thing,
keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com, and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
We are back on radio here on reggae2reggae.com. Radio like you never seen, TV like you never heard. This is Hope for Tomorrow. I want to give a special thanks to our Minister Lovejoy for allowing us to have this program, this forum, this platform for us to speak about topics that reflect the views of deported migrants and stigmatization that they face, and also to help empower us that we're able to get skills and training, and also mindset training, which is what we're on now. Staying focused no matter the obstacle. Staying focused no matter the obstacles. Determination is basically what we're talking about. How determined are you? How determined are you as an individual today? Are you willing to take the steps to move forward that it will take? How can you test your determination? I'll give you one way. When the going gets tough, do you get going or do you quit? When your back's against the wall, do you come out swinging or are you going to fall down? Do you see your situation as a deported migrant as a negative, or do you see it as just one step to get past to go to the next level? Those questions ask yourself sometimes, and then you'll find out if you have the determination that it takes to accomplish the goal that's in front of you. Because regardless of where you are or who you are in life, determination is a big part of what you are as a person. If you are determined, you can get there. Determination is what made nations great, what built empires, what made governments, what influences and made the powers that be. If you are not determined to get your goals accomplished, you will not get anything accomplished, and you will be in a stagnant position. If you are willing to step out on that limb of determination and to drive full speed ahead and continue forward no matter the obstacles, the weather conditions, or what the situation or circumstance may be. You are totally ready to be more than just a conqueror. And I would like to encourage others. This is just my personal belief. I'm not trying to push it off on anybody, but just me speaking to you guys as a friend. Just kicking it with you, talking one-on-one. Always keep your faith in the Lord. Regardless of what religion, I'm not trying to go into religion or anything. Just, I like to keep everything on a level because it's about inclusion, and, I don't want to push anybody away. So I don't want to, it's not really about religion, but what I'm saying is keep faith. Faith is so much of a key to you as a person, on even how you're going to make it, if you believe in it or not. If you don't have faith, how do you look at life? Regardless if you have it in a deity above or within yourself here on earth, you're going to need faith. And my small token, as I said, speaking to our listeners out there, as I said, I'm not trying to push my beliefs or my religion on you, but just, I put my trust in God, and I believe that the Lord would have gotten me through. But they also tell you that faith without works is dead. So if you don't have the faith, you're not going to accomplish it. But even if you have the faith and you're not willing to do the work, you won't get there either. So faith, determination go hand in hand. Patience, peace, long-suffering, those fruits of the Spirit go hand in hand. Take some time to read your Bible too. All form of reading is good. All form of reading is good because it educates you or edifies you in some way or some way. With that said, let's look into ourselves real quick. Are we determined to get to where we have to? How do we determine it? How do we determine if we're determined enough? Did you give up on anything that could have benefited you recently? Not financially, but a little obstacle may be there, and because of that, you didn't finish it out. Never shortstop anything, because here's the thing. A is to be what B is to C. It goes together, it comes together, they're connected. It's the bridge to the gap. It goes to the next. There's a reason why you have to get up and go and reach somewhere and get there in order to get to the next place you have to get to. So, for instance, if you gotta, you're trying to get home or get to work, you get up in the morning, brush your teeth, you put on your clothes, you eat your breakfast, you step out there. If you have a car, when you have gas in your car and you stop at the gas station, put some gas in. Those are steps that you have to take to get there, driving yourself along. Every process that you go through in life, there is steps within that process that gets you from point A to B and C and so on and so forth down the line until you reach the end. But when you don't continue to pursue it in that way and you abort it and leave yourself short, that's when the shortcomings come up, and that's when you fall short, that's when you fail. You see, the beauty of it is you have to have that all-out mindset that no matter what, I will get this done. Once you have that mindset of no matter what, I will get this done, then you will always achieve. As a friend told me, we were talking one day, he said, hey, I don't look for problems, I look for solutions. Look in the mirror and tell yourself today, you are the solution. You're not the problem, you're not the question, you are the solution. Keep that in mind, keep focused on it, and keep taking steps to move forward. A couple of weeks back, I had a little dilemma I was going through, and I had to be making some moves, and I had to get certain things done in the time that it seemed that I didn't have all the time to get things done. And I had to start thinking, man, if I'm going to be able to get to my radio program, finish what I have to do here, and get back knowing I may have had to go to school in the morning or whatever it may be, and then I got in the evening I may have another work to go do. in order for me to be able to continue on, I had to be determined. Because if I stopped along the way, it's only going to make it worse for me. It's going to come crashing down on me. So what I realized was, in the long run, was just being consistent is one of the greatest gifts you can have as an individual, as a human being, is being consistent. Whether it's consistently bad or consistently good, as long as you're consistent, you're going to bear some fruit in some way. And I think that through over the times here, being in Jamaica, and, you know, coming to realize that, you know, the cost of living and how things are, you know, we as a people, you know, in this nation, we as a nation, we are very determined people, very strong-minded individuals who believe that nothing is impossible, regardless of the circumstance facing us. Now, everybody may not like paying bills and, you know, having to, you know, spend money on things that are really priorities, but at the end of the day, you know, we can't keep it all with us either, so we have to do what we have to do. But we have to learn that in life, determination and faith are the two strongest traits or characteristics that an individual can have. That's the quickest way to lead them to success. It's the quickest way to success, quicker than money, quicker than any individual can put you there. It all depends on your determination and faith. Faith is what the Bible tells you would allow great men to achieve what they did. And I think with us as a nation, you know, and deported migrants more so, I'm speaking to you, don't give up because of lack of faith or, you know, blame it on lack of resources or anything. Keep fighting a good fight. Wherever the chips fall, let them do it. God's in your corner. He sees what's going on. And the old saying goes, God will never give you more than you can manage. That's true. Take up his yoke, it's light. He's a burden bearer. And there's no other better way to go than to put your thoughts and your cares there. But what I've learned over time is that regardless of what you do, who you are, or wherever you are in life, all the great men and women on this earth have two things in common. They were people of great determination and faith. And once you negate those two traits, I think you're pushing away a lot of what is necessary to be successful, to be a winner, to build a champion. And as the intro song goes to our program, I'm a champion. We all are champions, all of us. And you know how you become a champion? Through determination and faith, by not quitting, by staying on the right track, by moving forward, by looking into all your rights, wrongs, shortcomings, delays, anything, and know that at the end of the day, you're blessed. You're blessed. There's nobody else that's more blessed than you are to receive and to achieve what we have in these times when, I mean, it's like you feel like it's impossible to survive. It's not. And at the end of the day, your accomplishments is because of you. So I want everybody today to look into the mirror and say, I am the solution. Because you are. You're not the problem. You're not the question. You're the solution. And when you start thinking that way and believing that way and set your mind to that determination and faith is the way to go, that was going to keep you positive. That's what's going to hold you up when you're down. That's what's going to push you through the roughest times. Believe it, and it will happen. And I want to tell my listeners out there that, especially for our deported migrants, that it's all right to feel like it doesn't feel right. It's all right to feel like, you know, everything is on your shoulders. It's all right to feel like this doesn't look like it's going to work out. Don't look at it. Faith is the substance of things not seen but what's hoped for. Just remember that. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and not seen. So it doesn't matter how the situation looks right now. Believe it and it will happen. You can overcome it. But it begins with you. Once you believe that you're the solution, you have all the answers you need in front of you. Now it's just time to take those steps. We're going to take a quick break. Hope for Tomorrow Radio here on reggae2reggae.com. When we come back, we'll be in the Liaison Lounge with Octavia DeHaney here on reggae2reggae.com. Hope for Tomorrow Radio.
Cause I'm a champion, tell them I'm a champion. Hold on, and you don't wanna ain't no way that I'm stopping. Look for me in the game, 4 quarters straight shots, and I'm a champion. Tell them I'm a champion. Hold on.